I have a question. You say we will have increased polarization, and at the same time you say we expect an increased interest for reshaping, remodeling existing retail locations that are non-prime. So how do those two ideas match?
That will be really a challenge. Because when there is less potential in value growth, then it has to be financed and be costed by just the cash flow. When that polarization is continuing, then the relative position of the secondary markets will be under pressure. But you have to do something, because otherwise you will lose this fight. And it will not mean that you then have to do a complete redevelopment, but that also in painting, in refurbishments, in smaller issues, you can manage to compete with higher levels in the hierarchy.
Okay, and Mr. Fontaine, do you agree completely with the trends as presented by Mr. Maas?
So that's an interesting question. Of course, we always, everyone is saying that talking about that polarization between prime and secondary locations. Of course, for retail, we all know that it has always been preferable to be in a high quality prime location because that's the place where you can do easily retail. And evolutions in cities and evolution of people, inhabitants, and so on makes that some location could become different, not so good at one moment in time. Also because of competition. When you have new schemes opening here and here, at one moment in time, there are big differences coming up, and that was one of the points I said in my presentation. We found out that competition is probably the most influential elements into the success of shopping centers, meaning that when a place can become secondary because of competition, because when you have a better competitor opening somewhere else, it could attract a big part of your customers, because we all know, or if not I do, places, very successful shopping center which haven't the main qualities of a prime location. I can give you many examples of shopping centers which are not easily accessible, highly visible, with easy parking and so on, which are very successful. And they are successful for other reasons. These reasons is the catchment area, the primary catchment area, the branding image developed by these shopping centers, and so on. And when you succeed to do that, you stay prime. And back to your question, secondary, often we call secondary location something which is not successful, which doesn't always mean that it can't be successful. And if you, through a good reshaping, a good marketing, a good retenanting, you can turn around a not so successful shopping center into a successful one. But you know, there won't be in the future, there won't be only winners. There will be clearly shopping centers that will be losers. We should be all prepared to that.
Okay, thank you. Is that what you meant? Is that exactly what you meant?
Yes, I think when some of the elements are okay, you could be, as a secondary scheme, back in the game. But when you look to, and there are always good examples, when you look to what is happening in the retail hierarchy in the United States, but also in the UK, secondary shopping centers are at this moment a big problem, because they have a vacancy of more than 30–40%. So you really have to rethink the business model of those ones, to add other functions, to add officers, to add other amenities, because you want to survive.
Okay. Well, and I'm looking forward to reading your research report. Can it be downloaded by anyone here, or?
Yeah, when you just what I will do is give my email address, which is very simple, menno.maas@dtz.com. So I think everybody can remember that one. And then I will send you our latest shopping center report, which was published in April.
Okay, thank you very much.